All I need to do, I think it's move, so. Like I have it.
Got it?
Sorry, I think that's recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's time.
That's almost.
It's almost a minute.
5:30.
5:30. So then, I will call this Hermosa Town Board meeting to order on August 13th at 5:30 PM. Special meeting for budgets. Starting with roll call, trustee Ferguson,
Here.
trustee Kramer, here, trustee Matheny,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Here.
trustee Service, here, mostly. Acknowledgement of other attendees, we have a visitor, hello. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Comments from the public? Anything?
For me.
All right. Call for changes, review of current agenda items. Motion to accept the agenda as presented or amended. I would like to have a very quick discussion relating to the new tank. We can do this discussion, but brought to my attention today by Queen Construction. So if we could do that, I guess, quickly before we get into the budget, if everybody's okay with that.
On old business?
Oh, yeah, good, perfect. New tank. Discussion. Old business. All right, does anybody else have anything of value that showed up today? Nope. All righty, would anybody like to make motions?
I'll make a motion, we accept the agenda with the change of Quinn Construction and old business.
All right, motion made. Do we have a second? Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Conflict of interest, roll call voting for any agenda where a conflict is formally identified. I guess this is an interesting one because we all actually have to technically talk about our compensation, but it's what it is. Okay, right into old business, new tank discussion. So Garrett from Quinn contacted me today about the status of the new tank. He wasn't really sure where we were at. We weren't really sure where they're at, but they're ready for us to put 1 foot 2 inches of water in the tank so they can do the hyperchlorination, seal it up, and let it gas chamber itself into sterilization. But my immediate question, and his question also, is okay, so we do the sterilization with the hyperchlorination, then we need to fill it. We are technically without any ability whatsoever to drain it. So,
What do you mean whatsoever to drain it?
so the way it was engineered, originally when it was built, was it had an open pipe underground. So that's why we had that other change orders. Quinn dug it up and put a valve on it so that they can seal the tank, and they reburied it. All the piping is underground and there's nothing connected to it. So there's no way to actually drain that tank.
So whose idea was that?
I think all of us probably want to know. One thing I want to do is talk to DANR whether that particular plan was a part of the plan set that they approved. Or if that was something that was modified after.
Stupid.
Yeah, catastrophically bad decision
We were gonna get a pump house out there. First,
that cart before the horse.
yeah,
So, I think what we should really lean into is talking with the manufacturer, and if not, with a structural engineer, and find out if we can get permission to leave the stupid thing empty. Because leaving it full, I mean, I don't know, once we fill it, it's staying full,
Well,
which means.
outside of the fact of that is like the last thing they need to do on their,
Right,
okay? Outside of that, if we're not gonna fill it, and we're not gonna use it, we have no reason to sterilize it yet. It'll just get dirty again.
but they're bound by their contract with the manufacturer to deliver us a clean, sterilized, leak-free tank. so they can't close out the contract until they do all this,
Right.
so.
Well, I think the first thing we need to do is, or needs to be done is, we need to find out if it can stand empty. We need to find out where the piping goes underneath, how far underground it is, if it can be, you know, minimally changed to an outlet, you know, without much money. And then go from there. I would say it's kind of hard to make a decision. Right now, the way things sit, it kind of, if we're not using it, I understand that we can put water in it, we can put chlorine in it, and we can add chlorine once a week to it to prevent it from getting bad. But at the same time, why do we want to do that?
Well, and we're heading into winter.
And we're
Really
getting
want
into winter.
100.
Right,
60,000 gallons.
right,
Frozen ice?
right.
Yeah,
exactly.
just understandably questionable method of tank construction. Bolted tanks, as we've learned, are not particularly reliable long-term anyway, so we want to take that turn in. I mean, it would be interesting to watch a 160,000 gallon flock of ice slide the hill, but slide down the hill, but that.
Right down on 79.
Yeah. Interesting, but that's the extent of it. RV antifreeze,
And how much, how long, you know, I mean, these are things we need to do a little research on before we make a decision, I would think.
yeah, ideally we find a path forward where we can have it empty. And stabilize in an empty.
Or
state.
we're selling a lot of bulk water.
Yeah,
That would be even more ideal.
because it really doesn't work connected to our current system at its current height. It's essentially $500,000 decoration.
Seriously though,
Pretty blue.
I mean, I make a joke about selling bulk water, but seriously, I mean, there's so many people that buy water and take to their homes and stuff around here, that if we offered a good price, we could benefit and they could benefit. So that's something to think about long term, but for now.
Waters and in the selling bulk water or something in
Well, we need to get a new meter for it.
So yeah, that's,
Oh, that's an after winter thought.
yeah, I mean, talking with, the A&R and they were all good with it. Talking, well, it's in the history of the plans, is to make that tank truly useful. Like even if that bond had gone through, we still would have ended up with a bad idea. Because the water goes out and the only way to get it back to town would be to pump it back to town. So that was a bad plan from day one. The good plan, which is interesting, the one part that was taken out of the bond, would be to run the line down Gumbo. So that feeds Gumbo from the north. That makes that tank useful. Would still need an electronic anti-overfill valve. Unless we put another.
Need to go underneath the highway, which is
sheet on it.
expensive.
Yes, yeah. Where, yeah, bulk, swimming pool filling station. Right at the foot of that hill. Yeah, where there are already approaches approved, I believe. Anyway,
I didn't think we got an approach approved.
way down there, it's not a problem way down there. They're just too congested right here, they don't want it. All the approaches were engineered out for the Preston family. Oh,
Yes, they had some. They needed another one, I think, if I remember right.
but yeah, so I guess that's the deal. We gotta figure out if we can possibly leave it empty. But once it's full, I mean. Draining it without digging up lines means pumping it out.
So I'll keep trying to call Tank Connection. I've left a couple messages and they haven't got back.
Yeah. I mean, if we do this hyperchlorination, but they do want it filled to the overflow. And that's another thing, is where does the overflow come out? Did you see one when we were out there? Did you see an exposed overflow? Was it the overflow plumbed? Because if the overflow's plumbed underground, we can't technically even fill it to full.
So the immediate need and the reason for the conversation is to get water in there so they can sanitize it and close out their contract.
Right,
And then we have a way to empty it.
right. But at the same time, so what they're waiting on at this point is effectively to pass the last 10%. That's their help for that until it's decontaminated and leak checked. Really, the decontamination is minor, because whatever we end up doing, we're gonna end up needing to decontaminate it again before it gets hooked into the system. The major is that the tank manufacturer bounds them to do the leak check and fill it to the overflow in order to do that. So we need to find out if that overflow is buried. I'll check with Derek and see if he can,
The other thing you need to check with is you need to check with Quinn and find out how long they would be willing to wait to do this. I mean, if they'll wait until next spring.
How much money
See
do
what
we
I'm
get
saying?
still tied up?
Yeah.
10% is what we're finding.
53,000.
How much?
53,000, I think it was 532. 32,000.
I mean, if they wait, other than the fact that we need to find out if it'll be safe for the winter, just sitting there.
Well, if there's nothing in it, I would think it would be fine. So you need to put something in it.
You have wind resistance, and that's where we have to look at to make sure.
but at the same time, and that's been brought up, but at the same time, Fat Tank is empty right now. It's been empty for weeks, and I can go up there when the wind is howling. She really doesn't care what's going on. And that's a taller, skinnier tank. The new tank's is shorter and much wider. I think that the hang up on the wind, I think, is not as much of a problem as it may be getting made out to be. And this tank's bolted and sitting flat on its foundation. The other one's the lowest ring is in the concrete.
Right, yeah. In that aspect, it was built very well, I think,
Yeah,
but, yeah, I just think all those things need to be answered before we can come up with a really good,
I mean, what do you do with a tent when you want it held down?
I stake it down.
Right, so can we cable the dang thing down?
That's fine. We
Yeah.
can, but those are things we need to find out. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we just, I mean, well, that's it. That's, I guess, the point of the discussion is, do we move forward with this, or do we take a little bit longer to figure things out? But
Like I said, first thing I do is call the company, find out how long they're willing to wait. This is their money. And for what they're actually doing with it, is it $53,000 worth of work? Could we give them 20,000 until this is done, or you know what I'm saying? See if there's yeah, middle ground there where we could, because it would be great if we're not gonna use it over the winter. I think it would be great not to clean it, not to waste the time, the money, if they are willing to wait to do it.
they're under the contract with the manufacturer.
Well, I know,
So,
but, I mean, if we have to call the manufacturer and say, hey, things changed, unfortunately, whatever, they changed, this is different now, we'd prefer not to have it done until next spring. Is that a possibility? I mean, it's just a question.
you
It
know, if
doesn't
we have
take long
drawings
to ask questions,
on the tank.
As long as they pick up.
as long as they pick up the phone, yeah. Even that's it, you don't have to call, We're on Thursday now, so,
Now, who are you calling?
Customer service for Tank Connection. I think it was that. And then it was the first. I don't know how many people.
And the question is, can it be left? So,
Empty, and then the wind rating.
do they have, I would also ask them, they have, is there something that could be put in it? other than water, to make it safe?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, right.
That's
What?
Kool-Aid.
No, Kool-Aid. No, I was thinking like,
All the sugar would settle to the bottom.
Yeah. That would lock steel. Yeah.
Says, but.
I don't know, but
There's just-
they might have something.
No
You know.
pictures.
I would have a hard time believing that they've never
Our
had
goal is
this
that we get
happen.
a product and we don't have the
You know,
drawings.
that a tank was needing to be emptied for a while.
Yeah.
They've had this issue before. We just don't know where they had it, when they had it, and what they came up with to solve the problem.
Yeah.
And we won't know until we ask.
Well, if we decide to hire another engineer, then we'll have an engineer to ask. And the town's had engineers for 30 years, so we need to think about that down the road anyway.
Well, I think that's another, that's another thing. We're gonna need more engineering on this, but, the way that it's been done wrong, principally, the incorrect way that kind of got us in some of the situations we're in, is that we had the town engineer, and then we let them run amok. The official town engineer, the official town engineer, shouldn't be doing any engineering at all. Really, they should be peer reviewing engineering done by developers, engineers, by contractors. Shouldn't be. Yeah, basically, so their only interest, pure 100%, their only interest is the best interest of the town, the well-being of the town, not pet projects, not elaborate designs, not grants. No, they look at work other engineers did and say, all right, well, this is where you can get in trouble, so let's get them to tweak that a little bit, or, all right, this one's good to go as it is.
I think
Well, in the
a
past-
small town would be able to afford an engineer like that.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Peer
In
review
the,
engineer?
in the
No, that's
past,
the only thing we can afford.
in the past, when we needed an engineer, our engineer did everything for us. Because that was the only person that we could afford. And we've had it for, I mean, I can go through the list of engineers that we've had. Anderson,
But that's why we have a booster station that's never served a purpose. That'll, atmospheric valve that never served a purpose. We had a well that was drilled and hit radium hard and ended up being abandoned. We have a tank that is defunct, brand new and defunct. Yes, that's how things had been done, and we have the fruits of that labor scattered all over town. And almost none of them are useful. We need to, and now if there was an engineer that he's not worried about, he's not here because he's expecting to get some $150,000 project dropped in his lap. He's just basically set up like an attorney to where he's watching our back, not concerned about his bottom line, but just watching our backs to protect us from those sorts of shenanigans. Because that's Tower Hill's shenanigans.
that's been going on for 30 years since I've been here. It is not just the last engineer. It
No, I
is,
know.
it is the issue of many different plans, many different ideas, many different boards. And so we're here now trying to do what's best for our community. And I agree, there are changes that need to be made and things need to be whatever evacuated and moved out and other things need to be moved in. I get that totally. But, right now is, like I said, we just need answers and we need to then, discuss it when we have a lot of those questions answered.
I may have a lead on an engineering firm that's willing to fit that exact purpose and no more.
Okay.
And,
And their name and where they're from?
well, there's DGR is kind of in the orbit of Hermosa. There are several that have been paying attention to what's going on in town.
A lot of people have been.
I know a lot of them.
I think our temporary building inspector slash town planner would be interested too.
Oh, and the town planner thing, that was a massive waste of money. We don't need a town planner. We need the board to be the town planner. We need the planning commission to plan, commission plans. Really, the town, but
We need somebody to double check the planning and zoning.
I won't argue that point. I argued it when Jerry and Vicky got rid of planning and zoning. I didn't like it, but, so, I'm all for having a planning and zoning again. But all this takes time and
just not the separate actors again, though. Like the town board as the planning. Doing the separate team thing, that I think that's where a fair amount of the town's frustrations came from.
Yeah.
You know, they elected us, not people we appoint.
Well, we only have so many people interested in doing this stuff anyway, so.
But that's neither here. We're way off the,
Well, it's.
so we're holding off on the tank until we find out a little bit more and maybe see if we can, I'll talk to.
hopefully
Craig
by
and see if we can-
Tuesday.
If there's any realm of possibility that this can be pushed off a little bit. Okay, everybody good with that?
Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Okay, new business review proposed 2027 expense budget. Wage expense, board of trustees.
So you'd raise this to $100 per meeting?
Mhm. I went back and looked, and the last time it was increased was 2016.
It's been a long time.
Overdue.
And, so you have 5 meetings for 5 people, 24 meetings,
And then
plus $75 meetings,
so
5 of them
two
times 20.
regular, 2 special. I think that's what we budgeted this year,
Every month,
every month.
2 of each, every
Two of each
month,
Every month, just to, I
give us
think that's how we did it this year.
plenty of wiggle room.
So specials have went up from 50 to 75.
Correct. That's just what I propose. I mean, that's, it's,
Yeah. Well, it's long overdue.
Well, I'm not gonna say either or. I mean, this is basically a volunteer job.
Well,
That
not
has
really.
been.
I can't see what we're really, we were voted by the citizens. And I don't think that they think that we should absolutely do this for nothing. I think we're worth more than $1 an hour for the hassle that we get from some citizens. So, and we've spent worse money, worse ways than giving us a little pat on the back for $1 a meeting or $100 a meeting.
I think that everybody needs motivation. And everybody has skin in the game. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. What do you gain by sitting here? Lunch. Takes the edge off.
But yeah, all the other numbers coincide with the dollars that you gave, the raise that you gave us. So there can be no change in the rest of these under board of trustees, am I correct?
pretty much.
Oh, well, we got the maintenance.
You can change whatever you want.
Well,
It's your guys' budget. I just give you a proposal.
I know, you're controllable, that's what I'm saying.
Make the numbers work, so they match the revenues. And we have
Professional fees. Now, where do we see that getting beaten up? Professional fees.
As I recall, the attorney is divide it up between the board of
Nope,
trustees?
there's an attorney budget.
There's an attorney budget.
Because we're only at 661 spent this year. Where last year we were at 7,676.
Okay. American Legal was part of it.
Oh, yeah.
G-Works, their annual subscription. There was, anytime I have to call Golden West to do like email work or anything, but yeah, probably a lot of it was American Legal.
And Wix is under that.
Yeah, and Wix was, but that's paid up
We
now.
don't, yeah, we don't
That's
have to
paid up for a while, so,
worry about that.
yeah.
We really need 5,000.
Well, what's the G-Works? The G-Works is under that. What's G-Works? Isn't that like,
Well, but it's split between all the different departments. It's $5,000, but it's split between finance office, board of trustees, water, sewer, and
Okay.
streets, I think. So
And we're adding MyGov, and that's a couple thousand,
There's a 1,500.
50, but that'll come out
That'll
of
come out
this,
of water, sewer,
this year.
well, the
The
first one, but it's a 3-year.
seems like it's something we don't necessarily want to poke at.
Well,
Something could come up there.
what is the other insurance?
I think that is liability insurance, I think. Whoops. Yeah, it's our property and liability insurance. We haven't paid that yet for 26. That's why it's not that.
Okay. But is it gonna be at the 38?
Well, it went up. I mean, that's what it was last year,
Was 38.
and it had increased last year. What else is? Oh, yes, maybe it needs to be more.
Okay, let's up that to 4,000.
Yeah.
For other insurance?
Yeah. And then we could actually decrease the professional fees, to cover that amount. So if we,
1,500.
if we
So
just evened
3,500?
it out, it'd be 3,500 for,
20.
Yeah. Be 3,500.
35.
Wait,
That'll even out the two.
Still leaves it at
Oh.
41,107.
yeah.
Publishing, we got a lot more broken ordinances to go through.
That's the minute and in ordinance.
Yeah, don't just pick on my ordinances. They're all good to go, aren't they?
They're all a decade overdue.
We can do one a month.
Repairs and
Yeah,
maintenance.
repairs.
Is that for like buying us
Is that
board
office or
chairs,
what?
board chairs and our board desk and
That would be supplies, I would think.
Tires. probably.
Air conditioning, service
Not
call, pest
necessarily.
control. So it's any kind of repairs done on the building.
Repairs and
Every time
maintenance.
it happens.
Building repairs, not maintenance.
Yeah, supplies would be any furniture. So,
So, where would you, when we get a new computer for here, where we gotta pull that out of?
Do we need one?
That was
Yes,
talked about
absolutely.
last year and was never
Yeah,
done.
no, that was
Um,
that was a big part of this discussion last year.
we could either take it out of supplies or we could put a new line item in, say, equipment. We just have to make that up. If you wanted to.
and how
Well,
much,
that, I would like, if this is what we have left this year, we got plenty sitting there.
Right, you could buy it this year.
Buy it this year and then, so as far as for next year, I think we're fine where we are.
I would agree with that. I would say everything else pretty much looks good.
Can we add that to the agenda next Tuesday? Approval for the computer?
Yeah,
Get it done, get it over.
we'll just approve a budget for it and just,
Didn't we get those last?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to those other computers?
Well,
They're still sitting
the
there.
laptop,
The
Laptop.
laptops are sitting there, they're
They're-
worthless.
They're under, I know they're outdated, but how did we get those?
A grant.
yeah.
It was a
That
COVID
was
grant.
before me, but,
It was a COVID grant.
Other expense under contingency.
There is special.
Oh, that's just so that I put a contingency just because I had some extra. So like if you did a contingency budget, you would be able to transfer, like if you were running short on any of the budgets, you can transfer out of there on just a motion. Rather than doing, like we've had to do these formal supplements.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only nice thing. And we never been able to, we never had the extra to do it, but this year I was like, hold on, that's some.
That's
So I
good.
threw,
I know. I like
that,
that.
that first number, it should be 38, I don't know why. It's
And
38.
this is isolated to general, so it's not water sewer. Everything other than water sewer,
Oh,
Even.
because water sewer are isolated, we can't.
they're,
Yeah.
yeah, they're enterprise funds, so they supposed to, you're supposed to take in what you spend basically, and they say not to, if you go over not to, so.
I would quickly like to go over travel and conference.
Yeah, that's if you guys go to,
Yes.
Tahiti?
And where's this year's?
it's in Aberdeen.
This year
And
is
October,
Aberdeen,
like,
and who's planning on going?
When is it now?
Well, it's a couple days.
It's usually 3 days, like October 9th.
Yeah, I can't go.
I think
I
I can
believe
do it online too, can't you?
No.
No,
I'm not-
I can't.
No, it's their kind of fun time. They have,
is that like what Pier
Me,
has? It's, that's when you're talking like what you go to Pier for?
well, yeah, 2 years ago, Cal and I went to Sioux Falls. I think last year it was maybe in Pier. And then now this year it's in Aberdeen. So,
What's the dates on that?
October.
I think I wanna say it's like
Tuesday,
it's a
Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, I think they have golf sometimes on Tuesday. So it'd be, I think it's October, it's the 6th through the 9th. So,
I will not be going.
I can't.
and I'm not planning on attending it because it's so far.
When
I went to school on
Friday.
Aberdeen, I'd love to go to Aberdeen. It's, October, who knows what the weather's gonna be.
The 6th through
They
the,
could have,
I mean, I just can't because my work doesn't work out that way, but I would love to.
it's a good time, it's a good chance to meet other, other chiefs.
I would consider, I would put that under the considering it.
So I need to register and there's a fee, that's a registration fee, so we need to get that done
And then you need to get
probably by,
motel reservations
Yeah.
made,
yeah.
and then if nobody goes, cancel, because,
Yeah.
they do run out of rooms. So,
Yeah, it was a mess when we went down
yeah.
years ago.
But well, same thing happened when we went.
Yeah. It just,
Something
I,
happened.
the guy says, well, you said to cancel. I said, no, that is not what we said. And that's when Jerry and Vicky and I went, and Jerry said, I don't think my wife would like it very well, Donna, and I sure. I said, well, you're not kidding, I don't think, I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
But we still have those other, evening meetings with the municipal league.
the
and
district meeting,
The district meeting, any
and then
other.
there's,
Well, there's always the, code enforcement, and there's the, well, there's about 6 different ones.
The thing is how,
Can be attended.
if Terry put that much in contingency and we need it, we have it anywhere across the board where if we delegate now, hands are kind of tied. Right?
yeah, I mean, like you did this year, you moved that money from law enforcement to, attorneys, then we had to do a formal supplement, because you can't move the department to another, but the contingency, you could move it just on a motion to another department.
Yeah, I think that's good. Is there a limit to how much can be set aside?
10%, and it's just a general fund, it's what Rod told me.
10% of the
10%
general
of your
fund,
total.
and then-
Yeah, he said, but because we talked about this last year and I asked him. If this- Like, if it was good, and he said, he just think, so 495.
Oh, so we can do,
We did
49.5.
So,
yeah. Cool. I like that. That was Rod,
Rod Ford, legislative audit, yeah.
deal. So with that buffer, we have less to stress about tonight. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Less stress is always cool. All right, everybody good with board of trustees section and contingency section?
Okay.
Election,
I just left, we'll have
Yes, we will.
one position open next year, so,
Two.
no, it's trainers.
No, mine too.
No, you just had them last year for 3 years.
What?
Yeah. You and Aaron ran last year. You, Aaron,
No.
Yeah, you, Aaron, and Donna ran last year. So in 25, so you're not up till 28.
Donna stole your 1 year.
And Donna ran for the 1 year, so she
No,
was
I'm
up.
3 years.
Now but you ran for 1 year last year, so then she ran this year for 3 years, now she's 3 years. But she can't. So, yeah. Sorry.
You can't get off.
You signed up for 3 years last year, my dear.
So that cruise you booked, gonna have to see if they can transfer it by 12 months.
Oh my God, don't tell my husband.
This town will know by tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
No, he won't listen. He doesn't listen. He doesn't. He'll just tell me, he'll tell me. Really?
Really? Really? Because there was 2 3 years and 1 year last year, and so Donna ran for the 1 year and you and Aaron ran for the 3 years.
And this year we ran for the 3 years.
You ran it because they were still, they.
Didn't seem so long back then.
No, they do.
Oh, it's funny.
Years is a lifetime. All right, 6 months can be a lifetime.
So you're the only one that's up?
That's what I had originally thought.
The goal is to have it,
Yes, it's staggered, so
Mhm.
every 3 years, so then the following year.
2, 2, and 1.
Yeah, so there's always an election. But it's never a total reversal of the board.
Right.
You know. You always have 3, supposedly always have 3 that have been there and have learned. The learning curve, it takes a while. So. Oh,
election,
I'm sorry, we should save this page for the last.
We need some. When you bring in the
there's
chocolate.
a bag of nerds.
Well, the candy and, oh, the cookies. I forgot the cookies.
Oh, there's still, I didn't have any last
Yeah,
night.
Forgot all about that. Nobody ate them last night.
All right.
Okay, so that is just what it is.
Election is what it is.
You're not gonna give them a raise, our election workers, this year?
I don't know, I mean.
I need them.
Thanks a lot.
I'm sitting in front of me. I don't have any space in my house right now. That's my first thing.
Well, next year we won't be able to combine with the county because they won't have. That's only even years you can.
And the state won't have one either?
Well, they may, but we can't.
Mm,
We
they-
still can't. We know the state, yeah, they might. I think they coincide with the county. So
Okay,
So it'll just be like the school
yeah,
and the municipality.
Okay.
We'll have to do our, unless we combine with the school,
right.
like we did last year. Right.
Does the school have elections?
Yeah, yeah, they do theirs the same way. And they're not political like the town.
Right.
Election.
Okay. Finance office.
What's your raise this year, Terry?
I just put $1, that's what we've been doing every year, so I'm not gonna be greedy.
It's gonna be $1.08.
$1.08, is
Yes,
that a percentage?
that's 3%.
Okay.
We need to go to percentages.
It mattered to me, but whatever. Then she has to redo the whole thing.
Isn't it 3.4%?
Well, there you go.
No, it's been dithering, though. I'm just saying, it's been dithering a lot,
Yeah.
between 3 and 4.
Like a minimum of 3.
Okay, but, so the 57.9 is, that's 95%, because 5% of my pay comes out of BBB.
Oh,
So it's a little confusing.
that is confusing.
So is that, did we figure that's fair? Is that about what we think?
Right now, I make.
Because it's a new thing.
3 is 81 cents. Not $1, it's 3%. That gives us a little. Cause I know we wanted to do like, we talked about doing cost of living and then maybe doing,
Yeah.
performance.
Well,
Or
just
doing reviews. and
every 6 months. So.
Yeah,
I mean, not to make it more complicated, but I just think we should do something that, yeah,
so.
so that would fit in.
So that would fit me, that gives you an extra thing.
Oh, look at that.
Okay,
Thanks for the comment.
Yeah,
payroll is fixed at what it is, retirement is
Yeah.
fixed at what it is,
yeah, that's the percentage, retirement, 6%.
health insurance.
Have they said anything about the health insurance this year? Is it going up?
I haven't heard, I did, cause right now I think it's 865, I rounded it up to 900, but just to give a little buffer.
So, all right, so this, and now, I guess admin wage expenses, so you ran these off of part-time?
Yes, cause I told 48 hours, which is like 24.
I think we should
Should we
budget for more.
or-
I don't know what y'all's thoughts are. I mean, we're just starting a part-time thing. Things could get weird.
Mhm.
Things do, it's one of those, things will get weird.
Yes.
Well, and I thought about-
How are they gonna get weird?
That's the exciting part. We don't know.
Well, you have to kind of think about these things now. I mean,
Well,
we don't have any major projects coming, do we?
well, and we have an admin assistant who's just starting, but she's pretty committed to doing part-time.
Yeah,
No.
it really is.
I don't think she wants more than part-time, does she?
But she has another part-time job.
Yeah.
Right. And she thinks like
I
that.
don't think she can work.
She told me she liked the flexibility.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing she's not gonna want full-time even if she was offered it.
Do we have the new maintenance person?
So that's kind of split up. It's split up between streets, water and sewer.
Oh.
Because they didn't, yeah, that's kind of how we, it's kind of a shut contract, we came out of those 3 buckets.
Yeah.
We do have, the custodian. I don't know if we're gonna make that part of the,
5
Probably.
hours.
I think that's what we budget for is, I only budgeted for 3 on here, that's, abundance and working.
Yeah.
Only maybe 2 a week.
Oh, equipment expense, that's, copier, right? It's your copier.
Oh, and sure, better notes in here. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I think that.
I think
was
that's
the
what it
printer
is.
Copier deal. Which, I mean, ideally, that should be where like computers and other stuff come out of, but.
Oh, here's another travel conference. That's the one for the office staff.
Right.
Utility.
Wait, what was it?
I don't think that is big enough. The office, travel and materials, when you have someone new. If they're good, you want them to go to all the,
Yeah.
of course, maybe she's not, wouldn't, some people don't like to travel, I don't know. I don't think she's that type.
Yeah. Radar.
That's great. She does have three dogs. No,
Where did we put the, new? I know we just talked about this, but my brain's a little fried. Where did we put the new MyGov?
That's split up between, finance, BOT, finance office, water and sewer. This divided by those 4 departments.
So. Alright, I don't know, where is everybody at? Are we still in finance office?
Did
Yes.
we need more on the equipment expense?
So what is our copy? We rent our.
We leased it,
I think as we went over in 2025, I think phase, right, we should,
And we're on pace to go way over this year.
Yeah.
I think
7?
7.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of, and where do we get that from? And we could try to find someone else to find that, but
well, the equipment expense is our copier.
so should we do 7?
That actually, it's about $550 a month. I mean, if we don't go over on our, we get so many pages, and if we go over on our, and they charge them. What's 6,600?
I think we should do 7 on that.
Equipment.
Yeah,
7,000.
and as far as where to pull that from. So what I would think, so then we go 129, 765. I think, I see you put attorney back to what we kind of sort of pushed into attorney this year. But that was,
Well, he's been running close to 3,000 a month.
right,
Budget.
so we're probably gonna be way under budget this year. So what I would say, take that 2,000 out of attorney.
Okay, 48.
Yeah, but then what I would do
How much?
is take another 8 of that and put it into the contingency. 'Cause I don't think we're gonna need,
It's the only way you can see your son.
I don't know, what do y'all think?
Well,
Cause if it's in contingency and we need it there later, it's a motion. If it's in there and somewhere else needs it
So make
later.
the attorney 40,000.
I think attorney 40 and then bring that other 8 into contingency.
And then we'll make the kitchen.
So we're at 46.2, which is still under that 10%.
He's talking about attorney fees.
Yeah. Set it at 40 and then put the extra in that contingency that we can use anywhere in general if we really need it. I know we're not using this, but I think this contingency thing is,
well, I really feel like our attorney fees will hit 50.
I was thinking at least 45.
well, my expectation is that if we're spending that much on lawyers because we're making a lot of money for lawsuits.
Well,
Which means attorney revenue. Can we call that attorney revenue? Do we have a revenue item for attorney? What's our forecast?
Yeah.
It'll take a while to get that squared away.
Yeah,
it's,
So you still haven't gotten, I mean,
so are we good with that? Go down to 40 for the attorney and then have it in contingency so that if we need it, it's there, but it's not locked in.
is there any rules or regulations, how much can be in the contingency?
10%.
10%.
10%
Of the general
fire.
Of
The
the
general fund.
Uh,
Just the general.
Which is 495, 650, so we're still, yeah. Thinking about that, it almost seems like the default position of a responsible town would be to max out your contingency every year. And pull from it as needed, but maybe that's frowned upon.
Well, I know at the county, we've always, when we supplement, we'd always use the contingency for.
Max it out.
Cause spend that all out and then do a form, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
still in. Great, I will.
Everything.
So 40,000 attorneys, everybody? Well, you could also say 40,000 with the option of an additional 46,000 people.
Stop.
Okay, so
where did I do it here?
I mean, we get there, one of us better just go get a logger. It'll just be cheaper.
Yeah. $100 an hour. $100 an
I
hour.
could see you as a meeting leader, but no.
Ha 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 ha, I've already.
That's 152.
Yep.
Okay. But Aaron, why don't you introduce your mother?
It's the middle of a meeting. She's not on the agenda.
She's always on the agenda. That's what a mother is.
I feel like I know you all anyway.
I'm sure. Oh, we're glad.
Yep. That's it. It probably looks
Vaughn,
less.
what is
less
your name?
when it's not TV.
Vaughn? Nice to meet you, Vaughn. I'm Linda. I think we've met already
Yes.
a few years ago.
Yes.
Yep.
We ran into each other out of the campground
Um,
Monday.
Custodian.
Yeah, so that.
So we're still on the lawyer.
Are we?
We're not on agreement to 40 yet.
Well,
I thought we took 10,000 out of that and put it in.
2,000 into equipment under finance office and then 8,000 into contingency.
Yeah, no, 2,000 went to.
Because we're on pace right now for 36,000 in attorney
36.
is what we're on pace for this year. And we're budgeted, if we're going after that stuff.
And we used a lot of it.
Yeah. We double dipped a lot of attorney this year.
Nothing wrong with that. So it's
The one second opinion was what, was it over 7,000?
oh my God.
To be told the same thing the second time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you take your chances. That's how it works. I mean,
Roll the dice, yeah. Alrighty,
What I was hearing was Van, you wanted to go to 45 instead of 40. How do you guys, are you still thinking that?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I know we're not.
We need to fix
come back and take it out.
Always, yeah.
For your turn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we can. It just makes it.
It's a motion, where if we don't have enough in something else, then we need to do a resolution like we did last time. So let's say we come up with, there's not gonna be a board of trustees emergency. Let's say we come up with, engineer, let's say we come up with an engineering emergency. And we need money. And we want to transfer it from attorney, that would be a resolution, where if it's
An ordinance.
contingency.
Be an ordinance.
An ordinance, yeah.
Reading,
Yeah,
and a resolution is just,
yeah,
a formal supplement is basically an ordinance.
yeah. I feel like that's would probably be the standard practice by now then, is everybody just starting the budget by maxing out your contingency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just haven't had that.
Well, I guess I can live with the 40. I hope you're right. But
That would be nice.
yeah, wasn't it? And I guess I'm good with the custodian.
Fair enough. Engineer, professional fees. Yeah.
I think so.
That would be anything, we did do professional fees for engineering out of water and sewer, there's a separate line item that we did do that this year, so. So this would be, um, anything that wouldn't fall under water and sewer, like.
That should be plenty.
So we budgeted this year.
Yeah, essentially that would be streets.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, there isn't anything else that's not sewer or water that we really need engineered.
Well, might not be that terrible.
Or the park. The only thing we should really be paying for on that is the engineering. Everything else will volunteer our way through it.
You're so optimistic.
Law enforcement.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I'm not sure why I had that 27,000 in professional fees, because I don't think. Because we paid the digital speed sign software was actually paid this year, it was 5,000 that came out. So that part of that 5247 is a 5,000 for the,
Which now what?
under professional fees for law enforcement.
Why is that so much?
I don't know, I think
Oh, we have zero budgeted for wage, payroll, retirement, workman's comp.
Yeah, 'cause
health
I didn't
insurance.
put, we have to keep the 8,000 is our dispatch contract.
Professional fees. I feel like there's a digit off there.
What do you mean?
Professional fees, 27,000,
Yeah, I think, oh, let's see. For Pete's sakes,
repairs and maintenance,
inquiry. Hold on.
other expenses, equipment.
Oh, so we had some. So this year we had some, so we had digital speed sign, then we had some attorney
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
that came
yeah.
out of the law enforcement, so I don't know that. And then anything else would just be like, so I think that can be. I messed up.
Make it that a zero. For what?
Or we don't have law enforcement.
Right.
But the speed signs, where do they come out of?
That came out of there, but I paid that this year, so.
Oh, so we
I
won't
know,
have to
so we
pay
won't have
anything.
No, that was a 7-year software thing I paid, cause I got it
So
cheaper.
we
but I
have
paid it.
another $27,378 to put into the streets budget?
Yeah, wherever you wanna put it, yep.
I'm not opposed to that. Let's get some nice streets. Well,
That may
Makes
make it
sense.
the biggest streets budget in decades.
we have a lot to do. I mean, we really do have a lot to do.
I got lost.
Yes, sorry, we
Yeah.
are
Talking
online.
about this 27,370. Yeah, that was a.
Extra.
Yeah,
Okay.
So we're just gonna add at the
Okay.
bottom.
So we're just doing 8,000.
yeah, and that's our dispatch contract.
I don't see anywhere else to put that other than pump it in the streets. When you have extra money, pump it in the streets.
25,378 and take 2,000, put it in the contingency now. That's probably.
25,000, not 20. Oh, we're leaving 2,000 in professional fees?
No, we're gonna
No, we're moving
move
it
it
to
to contingency,
Oh,
Okay.
2,000. Oh, so you want to max out contingency
right?
part at,
Well, maybe that's not quite the max, is it? That's 48,200 for the contingency.
it would be
Let's wait and see
49.
where we're at.
Yeah,
Let's wait and see where we're at with the other, before we totally do that. Don't say,
So what are we, all right, so we're doing 2,000 more into contingency. Is that it?
That's what I was thinking, but she wants to,
Balances.
she wants to keep that 727 on the street.
for just for a minute.
Just for a
So put
minute,
the whole 27,378 streets,
for a minute.
under,
Oh, where on
Repairs and maintenance.
oh, wage expense. Okay, all right, so we're waging to our operator spread across water sewer streets, so we need
Yeah.
to Yeah,
So what's that PW mean now?
Public Works.
Oh, public works.
Employee.
all right, so let me find that. How do you split that? Did you split them evenly?
No,
No.
20, all right.
I
see
figured 25 bucks an hour, 2,080 hours, full time, and then. I did-
28, 750, 19, oh,
I
25.
figured- It's right there. 25. It's 52,000.
Well, we have to move some of that to mowing. We can't have a budget of mowing for putting.
And mowing comes out of the streets,
Yeah, because that's.
so that
paid-
wage
That's
expense.
paid in
under
that line
streets,
item.
That 15,000 would be paid for mowing as well, for the public works.
52,000 total. Well, if you figure 25 bucks.
Would be factored into that, I'm like.
I got you.
Yeah, it's always be an additional money that gets spent.
That makes sense.
It's excessive, just right.
So, and we're slotting it at
No,
25 an hour calculated?
I calculated 25 an hour for 2,080 hours. Just get 2,000. Look it up first. Please. I think I know. Okay, which one am I at?
8,000 and 42.
All right, let's go to 28. As budgeted. Not, that's what we're gonna give them, but let's go to 28 as budgeted. Cause I can tell you, if we want the caliber person,
Yeah, that's.
we're gonna need that wiggle room.
Okay,
Yes.
so 28,
And you're talking streets wage expense.
58 to 40.
58, 240, so then we gotta deduct the,
That's what we're gonna start this person at?
no, we have to have it in the budget. You can't give them a raise unless you budgeted to do so. So we
Yeah.
gotta think about that a little differently, but.
And then you want to take what out of there?
No, now we just gotta figure out, so I think we should make that adjustment only to the streets,
Yeah.
to the wage expense, so what's the difference?
Okay. 6240,
So plus 60, so 21,
240.
240 for the wage under streets,
So that would make, payroll taxes is gonna go to 1625.
1625.
You know what, I didn't put.
Wait.
Add that.
So we're hiring this person full-time?
Yeah, we have to, if we want to get off the ground. They can't be the apprenticeship program for the operator unless they're full-time, by my understanding. And they'll pay half the wages. So that's another thing to consider. We could fatten this budget up and end up finding out that half of that is covered.
If it works out, because we still have this 27,000.
Right, so we'll figure out what those adjustments are making.
I'll make a new line item for the retirement, but for now, I'm just gonna put it in with payroll taxes.
Okay.
So 1625 plus 3,500. 5125.
Adding 15,000.
This is.
And the difference. Ooh, oh boy, how much do we have left?
Okay, well, so we had about 20, let's see where I'm at.
I had about 15 of them.
General fund held is 478.47.
We're gonna need another new line, Carrie.
Good, so, wait. So. 495. 478. We have 17,163.
All right, I would like to put that under a new line, equipment expense. 'Cause that's a plow truck.
Well, we haven't. Oh. Definitely.
That's, that's a,
The dollar amount was 17.
17,163, I believe. Let me,
Yeah.
another plow truck.
We want to add that to.
Well, I think that
We used to put it somewhere.
We never had equipment for streets.
What did
That's
we,
kind of part of the thing.
What
We
did
originally never had equipment.
okay, that's.
where did we take it out when we bought the mower?
Little Street.
But they might have taken out a mowing with me. How long was they buy that?
Oh, mowing expense, well, it wasn't, well,
Yeah.
that's really good shape.
Well, that and a string trimmer. This
Yeah.
compactor, things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're gonna find that this person is gonna be like, hey, there's equipment I need that you don't have. Sometimes it'll be $100 thing, sometimes it'll be,
Oh, yeah. Lots of that.
that crack sealer. That we really went around anyway.
Mhm.
Well, what about tools and stuff, just?
Well, that's one thing, so there may be disagreement on it, but when you work in the maintenance world, you provide your own tools. So if we're gonna do tools, that if you wanna do it right, you set up a stipend, so they get a regular stipend for hand tools at least. Power tools, heavy equipment, that we cover, but wrenches, sockets, screwdrivers, things like that. No legitimate maintainer wants to use anybody else's stuff, they wanna have their own anyway.
Plus, it's easier to keep a hold of it when you paid for it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's $100,000 free budget.
Wow.
For the first
Well,
time probably ever.
Well, it was 101 and what year was that? In 24.
I was wondering where
the 101.
That was the 24 budget.
That's good though, because next year we need to do the grant for the loop around the school.
I hope we use it all up.
Yeah, that 80/20 grant, I figure that's gonna cost the town probably 27 to 30. If we get that 80/20. So that,
Yeah, cause it's any major streets,
the grant,
the grant.
it's any street that services schools, libraries, or emergency services, but only for population 5,000 or less, or under 5,000. So it's one of those things that tiny towns get.
We need an engineer for that.
Yeah.
It has to be engineered prior.
Yeah, that
We're gonna have
I
to.
would want an RFP. Not hire an engineer and be like, oh, you need this. I would RFP that. And you 5 engineering firms, bring us your proposals of how you would do this. Get all their different perspectives rather than one engineer going down a rabbit hole. And
All right.
yeah, so RFP for that, and then use that RFP as a launch pad for the grant.
What's this line for inspection?
That's like when Chuck would go out and do like when they build a house, they have those 4 or 5 inspections and you get paid for each inspection. I don't know, it's like $120 each time for each inspection or something like that.
Terry, can you run down with the streets just where we're, so 21,240 for wages.
Yeah, 21, but then 5125 for payroll, which includes, I gotta make a retirement. Includes SDRS, okay. And then we have,
Contract.
I have nothing under contract expenses. 20,000 for repairs and maintenance. 6,000 for snow removal. Nothing
We
for,
need to discuss that.
okay,
Snow removal.
nothing.
For one thing, we need to kind of discuss, are we having Charlie do that this year? Have we come up with any price?
Yeah, it was
Points
on
for
his
him?
quote sheet.
Was it?
Snow removal?
Huh.
The original one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Public that goes first, take care
Well, it depends if we have a vehicle in place by then. And
We might. But if not, I mean, the worst snow is in April.
well, there's another side of things is where there's a certain type of liability that comes with snow removal that doesn't come with other things. And there's a liability shield to having it contracted out. So I think that's a discussion we should have.
Yeah.
But that also depends on who we hire. We can't assume that,
Well, I mean, right now, it sounds to me like we're asking this new employee to do everything. And I don't know that you can count on them in the beginning doing everything. So, yeah, I mean, they have a learning curve, and we all have a curve to get used to him and, okay, yeah, I guess this would be a good job for you too. We can add this, take away that, whatever. I think that, the snow removal is different, right? And I think that.
there's a sensitivity there that we don't necessarily want to burden ourselves with or a new employee with. I think that's
Right.
way more. But, to an extent, there's, plowing, the Lagoon Road. That's a good learning place to learn how to run a plow, plowing the town office, but getting out on the city streets and going to town on that's a different story. You're in people's.
Yes, I don't think
Yeah,
there's
a lot of
any
driveways.
reason why he can't do the sidewalks,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the streets, I think we should leave those contracts. So I don't know as far as an expense, what do we have there?
6,000. That's the perfect kind of thing where we have our contingency available. Because we don't get no snow this year and end up with that budget, that whole thing floating again.
Yeah. Or we can go the opposite, like we
Yeah.
did in, Atlas, the year of Atlas, and we were.
In which case we
Right.
have $46,000 to spend.
Yeah.
I don't have a roller from him that includes snow.
It wasn't on there?
It says lawn care and snow removal, but there was no, what I got.
The most recent one or the earlier one?
No, the first, I mean,
The
the
first
only
one.
ones I have, I went back in Erie, I couldn't find, I got one that said the 3,900. At the bottom it says, with lawn care and snow removal, but there was no.
No, the 3,900 is just lawn care,
That's
but
lawn
the
care, yeah.
earlier one,
I don't have one before that.
oh, you don't have the earlier one?
So, that was the last, that was the first.
Holding out on us.
No, I'm sure we had it in the packet, didn't we?
The handwritten note that was
Yeah.
dark colored.
I don't think it's not in any of my emails. I never heard it. I went back to your email to look at it.
Well, we didn't really talk about it because we were really focused on the grass.
Still on vacation with like $3,900.
Oh, he actually called me today and asked, so when we think if we're gonna need mowing, other ones, so just to keep an eye, if everybody wants to keep an eye on things and they're like, all right, it's time again, then we'll.
When was that in,
Like the end of June,
Yeah.
and I forgot that when I got the first one. June 28th or something like that.
Oh, my phone. There we go.
And then we'll have to go around with him again and tell him, where we want him to plow.
Well, I mean, plowing is just if it's a public street within Hermosa and it's not a highway. Everything but 79 and 40 everything else that's a public roadway is on us. Right? So,
Yeah, but up to the bridge.
Snow
Excluding
removal,
the bridge.
$3,717.
you found it?
11C.
It was in the packet. Okay.
Yeah, regular last meeting, the 23rd.
Okay.
What was it, 3,000?
Snow removal, $3,717.
And does it say exactly what
Ice.
he's,
Ice melt is another $1,274.40.
I don't think we want to do that. We've got too much gravel to want to do ice melt.
Oh.
If we were more asphalt, we might want to do ice melt, but on the gravel, it's.
we've usually used it just here around the office and on bad spots in the sidewalks,
Right.
not necessarily on the streets.
Yeah, gravel, you don't really do.
So probably the same.
Yeah,
So that is in the contract we signed with him. He's guaranteed to do snow removal.
We didn't ever discuss it. We only approved it with one.
No, we have to, put that on the agenda and basically hire him, contract him to do snow removal.
Or do we have to use him?
We don't. So,
I think we need to look. Don't go well with him. We'll do it. I'm thinking positive, but we'll go with it.
I know.
I know, I have talked to Charlie and he needs to know
Yeah.
because he is getting his winter planned out and how many customers he can take on. And so,
Would be a big one.
Yeah, I mean, when they mow, I think he brought 3 people with him, so that's quite a group.
Yeah. We
So-
good with leaving that 6 for now, though? See,
yeah, I would say we leave it for now, but I think that we need to have that on next week's agenda too, to commit to, or not commit. I mean, the problem is if we don't commit to him, we may not get him if we wait longer because he's trying to fill his books. Yeah, I get that, you know?
Okay, mowing. Yeah,
Mowing isn't an expense if we're paying our guy by the hour.
right.
Right.
It's under the weights.
So it's just in case there's mowing expenses.
Right.
Yeah, I would say we could leave it there for that.
I would leave it to.
Weed whackers. And our mower.
Weed killer.
Yeah,
Because we're gonna need spray for the lagoons.
yeah, that's gonna cost a fair amount.
I still
And
think.
even our person, I don't see, that's another thing, even our person, I wouldn't necessarily want our person to be spraying. If it's reasonable to contract that out,
Mhm.
Of course, done it before. He has a license,
yeah.
and I don't know what. He's on.
Supplies and materials. That's
I'd leave that too.
gravel and such. Utilities, streetlights.
Are they, when they, repair a street light, are they switching it over to the new LEDs?
You're supposed to be, yeah.
So what was the equipment we ended up with, Terry? 17 something?
17,163.
Yep.
That is a very decent truck.
Especially if you want to use it once a year.
Well, it'll be their public works person truck and then smack a plow on it when needed, you know, or tow a trailer when needed. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if they handle plowing on the town property, you know, around the office, the maintenance building, the pump houses,
And the lagoon.
the lagoon access road. As long as they don't plow. Just test the strength of the ice.
Yeah.
Um, Okay.
So we're none of this sheet, right?
100,693 was that? Which wasn't,
The total,
yeah.
100,928 is what I said.
100,998. Okay. That's a big streets budget.
I'm jealous. And excited.
Be careful.
Okay, so that brings us to garbage. And that doesn't change because we're under a 3-year contract.
Which is good till 28.
Okay,
Town planner.
so planning and zoning.
We will, with plats, need engineers reviewing, but we don't need $25,000 for town planner.
Unless there's some serious development happening.
But where do we put it?
Well, well, let's first say, what do we change it to?
Yeah.
So we have,
10,000 has a lot of wiggle room. It's basically approving plats, you know?
that's what I was thinking was 10,000.
10,000 is, that's a lot.
That's,
for-
that should be plenty, there should be leftover.
Yeah.
The way I look at it. Okay?
So
So-
now you got
So
15,000.
To 10,000.
Where does it go?
There is, I mean, not to be. There is a planning and zoning conference,
Yes.
and I think that would be helpful, but I can't remember when it is. And I think it's a 1-day or 2-day conference.
Isn't it usually in June?
I don't know. The finance officer school, it's in Cole, with the HR school, so I don't know about planning and zoning.
I saw it and I thought, boy, that would be
All right, now I think we should go ahead and max out the contingency, all right?
good.
We're at the end of general and we've got 15,000.
15,000. Okay, so then,
I think maybe if we just, well, let me try and get a better number. I don't see it, so you.
Henry, grab me 1, 2 or 3 down.
that's not gonna use all of it.
What's that?
I won't use all of it, but
I know, just to max it out and then
we're gonna make this 48.
49 or
Where are we at? Oh. Yeah, I see that.
oh wait,
49,565 is what you could put in there.
yeah. 49,565 in the contingency.
Oh, it's like next week in Sioux Falls.
So that was
So it's in
3,365
August, huh?
off the 15. So we've got
That's probably why
Still have-
I saw it maybe in the July one.
And how many days is it?
It's 3 days,
It's also 3 days.
yeah,
So
11,635.
but it's Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday, through-
Thursday, Friday.
yeah. See if I can see the cost.
The cost is usually not much. The cost is the motel rooms and the fuel.
Yeah, $450. So $2,000 probably, or 1,800 for,
so where do we put this other $11,000?
Well,
We're
it
gonna
sounds
put
like
some of it in
somebody's
travel
travel.
and Conference under B&B.
yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Do we want to try and have enough for 2 people to go, or?
I think it's always better to have two, personally.
Yeah.
For one thing, sometimes they're split up and one can go to one session and one can go to another. And the other reason I think the retention is better when two people can talk about it. Did you catch this? Did you catch that? And it,
Absolutely.
yeah, and so I think it should almost always be two if possible.
So 1,800 apiece, so 3,600 for travel and conference. That's plenty for 3 days, I would think. Well, this one's in Sioux Falls. It depends
Wait, how
on
much?
3,600.
3,600.
3,600. Hotel rooms are 2 to 250 each usually nowadays.
It might be.
Still leaves you $8,035.
Yeah. Has there ever been a time in the history of this town trying to figure out how to?
$8,035.
Well, I'm not surprised.
And you can't put anything where you contingency, so.
When you shrunk your attorney by a third or a fourth, and you shrunk your engineer by
90%.
90%, and you've taken away your planner, I mean, there should be money to spend.
Yeah.
I just hope that we can get through everything easily without having the professionals here to guide us.
Easy peasy. $8,000 left. There you go.
Yep,
How much should we put in for the travel?
3,600.
3,600?
Mm-hmm.
P&Z travel.
I would like. It's just general. Huh?
Yep.
What is the wage expense for under general? It's a portion of the FOs, huh?
Yeah,
And
there's
the
one
admin
under,
assistants, okay.
yeah, there's different ones.
Supplies and materials, 10,000. What are we looking at there?
Which department are you looking at?
I'm under general fund BB and B.
Okay, yeah, you gotta, so that's not general fund, that's.
Yeah,
BBB,
that's
two.
BB&B.
So the 101 is the fund. So that, it has to be in a 101, which is a general fund.
Fair, okay. So but why do we need $10,000 in supplies and material
For what now?
For
for the
BB,
BB&B?
she's jumping ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Do you have a question?
No, I was just, I mean, I take the paper out of there and I didn't know, like, this year we donated money for the flowers. And we took that out of the BBB
For what?
for the newsletter.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to take more of it. I mean, I've just only been taking the color tape out. And even- I wouldn't be taking that.
That's assuming we're gonna pay for anything that has anything to do with that newsletter.
Well, I sure hope so.
Me too.
I just thought we were
Put it
looking
in
at
the next.
ways to,
It's a profitable enterprise, so we don't need to be paying for
It's not,
profitable enterprise.
it's not.
It's not supposed to be. 'cause
It is not profitable. Sorry.
They collect money for.
They collect money.
They pay for their own paper.
And that's precisely the reality of it. It isn't
It's like a question.
anyway, I was, as far as the BBB, so we were looking at ways that we could spend that to do different things for the town. And that's why I put some of the supplies in there.
And we did figure out,
I want to
figured
get
out
out the
something.
logo still.
Yeah.
I really do. About the sign for the most, I don't know. It looks,
That would still be a great.
right.
yeah.
We need to tie up the general. What do we
Yeah,
have?
we need, we have
$8,000
$8,035.
for the lawyer. I'm telling you, we're gonna use it.
Mm, Nah. If we get anywhere close to using that.
Okay, again. Let's go backwards a little ways. And let's just leave that where we're at and make sure that we
Can we
have
take 5? I think we should take 5.
what we
Oh.
need in, let's do the water and sewers. And just make sure we have what we need in those funds.
I do have to say that we missed this line item of supplies and materials under the finance officer. Cause we're budgeting 4,000, but last year we spent 5,000 in 2025. I meant to bring that up.
Supplies and materials in finance office?
Yeah,
I have
5,000,
4,000.
4,025.
5,000.
yeah.
We're at, we spent 4,925 and so far I'm at 2,100.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was
I didn't
bought.
know if we wanted-
24, that was the year I came, so. Not sure.
I don't know if we just want.
I mean, I didn't,
Add 1,000 to that to make.
We
Make sure it's
can.
covered.
Utilities, better internet. Did we ever get anywhere with that?
no, I have,
It's going to cost more.
yeah, I need to call, Mount Rushmore back and, cause they were supposed to give us a discount, so we'd stay with them and both doctor, the higher up. Every time I call, they say, oh, they haven't decided, so I need to just tell them, hey, we're gonna have to go somewhere else. But like-
Where do you pull that out of, the internet?
Probably utilities,
Finance office
Yeah.
utilities? So I think we should buffer that.
after that, okay.
That's 5,000, I think we should go to 6.
So, do we agree to go to 5,000 on the office supplies as well? 2 lines up from that?
We can.
Supplies and materials,
Yeah.
so 5,000 on supplies and materials,
Because that,
because inflation.
well,
Really?
well, because we've done it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 5,000, 6,000 on utilities.
Sorry, you asked for a break.
So that goes with 131, 765. Yeah, 5 minutes?
Changing that material and supplies to 5,000 too then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Supplies and materials, 5,000,
And then
utilities to
utilities,
6,000.
so-
Yeah, because right now our Lagoons have better internet than our office.
So we still have 6,000. 6,035.
5 minutes, 7:03.
Convene
What funds does, the prairie dogs, and then
Which one do I put here?
Oh, that's a good question.
they're horrible.
The prairie dog.
They're,
Do I need to do
Yes.
anything with this?
they will not.
Oh, no, you can leave that.
So the grass is really green on that hill, and we have to wait till that starts to brown up.
And
Because
then,
otherwise they won't eat the oats.
oh, so.
So
the
we have to wait till the optimal time.
Because
We
the
only
dogs-
have one chance.
certain
One chance.
times of the year, can you?
Yeah.
The dogs,
Oh,
the oats,
Oh,
regular dogs,
regular dogs.
yeah, don't know.
When I was growing up, we lost
I think
all
they
our
do.
dogs.
I-
at the prairie dog place,
I think they do put it down the hole.
Yeah.
down far.
So Juan, when are you leaving?
Tuesday, hopefully, Chicago, O'Hare is canceling flights left and right.
why is that?
Just weather related, they're saying,
Yeah, all those stores on.
it's crazy. Those look at Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Glad all the time when I left here, I was flying
Rapid to Denver. And I canceled my Denver flight, didn't reschedule it for 2.5 days.
Oh, dear.
And it was weather related, so they didn't give me a guide towards it. They gave me a 10% off at a hotel, which the hotel was more expensive than anything.
Right. Yeah.
So car rental. Food, clothes, because they had my luggage locked up. Oh my gosh. Hotel. And 2 days off work.
Wow.
It's an expensive little side.
Yeah, it was.
But I made the best of it. I took a ride to the Rockies and rode around looking at all the farms. It was,
Pretty country.
yes, it was very pretty. I've been to Denver a couple other times and Littleton, a friend of mine still live out there. And Aaron's uncle lived out there. So I'm getting more adventurous.
When he was down, the church appointment, for those revenant. Got down in the ghetto. I said, get out of here. I don't want to be down in this area.
I went to Bear Country today for the first time.
I went last year for the first time. It is nice.
Yeah, I was trying to watch little babies playing in water. They were very entertaining. My sister has one at home. She has pets in her backyard for her dogs. This mama bear and her 2 cubs come, and the bear is standing on her fence like he's gonna start shaking, and she goes over and says, "Listen, you, I need that fence. You need to get down right now." And she got after her and walked away.
Well, you came just in time for the rainy weather.
Oh, yeah. That hailstorm was fun.
Wasn't that amazing? I've never heard it hit so hard.
Both of my boys' cars have been broken. My other son was out here visiting with us a few years ago. He had a brand new truck. He was staying at Heartland. There was nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
And his camper, the vent on top broke. Something to watch. But Nicholas is so smart and said, "You want park your car on this side of the house and it won't get hit." It never does. So I go back and that's where.
I'll be back at him.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait till
So you what?
so I can deal with that. All right,
So
Back-
I did think of something so under the insurance for the fine, so this year we were doing, I went to the HSA and then we also do the 75 on my, HSA card and then $100 stipend.
Yeah.
That's not in there, so, we're probably, so if we do 75.
Terry.
I know.
I'm trying to give yourself a pay cut.
Well, that's $2,100 add.
To-
Under insurance, health insurance,
Yeah.
2,500,
21.
21.
So that would help. Okay, so that makes that.
Around the 3,000.
Make that 9. So now it's 4,000, still got 4,035.
Um,
I don't have to move it anywhere for nothing. You can just put it all at the end of off to the side and do it when we're got things complete.
Yeah.
Instead of having to redo it every time or think of something or.
we do also have animal control that's still something that has to be. And that does fall under law enforcement. That would be professional fees. That would be professional fees. I was gonna be able to deal with our animal control, like,
So we had some temporarily.
put the rest back in that professional fees law enforcement. 'Cause I don't think any of us wants to try to play dog licker, dog catcher, dog yellow at her, dog send letters to people. You need somebody else to take that headache. Professionals. Water sewage fees, somebody else deal with the rest.
I don't know if you can get them to, send the letters and that. kind of- But to handle it, yes.
Additional fees.
That's still off, that's still off.
So would
Where
that
did I get?
temporarily put off the rest of that there?
Your law
What am I
enforcement
on?
professional fees, right? That would be animal law.
650.
How much is the whole?
What am I off? I'm still off.
Well, while Terry's there, you can, I guess, go look at. BBB is what it is, right? You-
It is what it is.
It was budgeted for 1,000, now it's 10,000 under supplies and materials.
Yeah, we're just talking about.
Yeah, I just thought we were looking for projects we could do around, I mean, you can put it somewhere else, but we were looking for ways
yeah,
to do
no,
that Monday.
Yeah,
I didn't know where else to put it.
beautification of
Picnic benches,
the hill.
whatever, yeah, stones to do that, River Rock, whatever we're gonna do with that.
It's a lot.
That's probably one of the best uses for BBB funds is buy the materials to facilitate volunteer projects. Community projects, gardening projects.
Okay, I'm off
Do you know
$1,800.
how much is in the BBB? Was it like 80,000?
Thought it was over 100.
There's money in it.
It's bad, I heard it's tough.
It will. It will be touched.
Okay. Yeah, that's still.
Water?
You can ignore that.
123,085.
What's that?
123,000.
In the BBB? Yeah,
I'm off $1,800.
quite the net.
That's good.
Everybody wants it.
Really nice gazebo, probably under 40.
Where are you gonna put it?
The park.
Build people until you cut the rest of my favorite.
Right, yeah.
And that's an interesting thing though, like we're budgeted in and out of the BBB fund, but it also has its own separate bank. Have a supplement to pull from that bank.
Supplement, how, right? What does BBB stand for?
Bed-
Bed,
bed,
booze, and breakfast.
Oh, okay.
It's the beautification tax of 100%.
Extra penny. sales tax.
Extra pennies.
But it can only be spent on sort
Yeah, things that, promote to
Okay, I'm off $1,800.
Or the town, yeah, promote the town's image.
image, yeah.
I'm short $1,800.
Uh-oh, from what?
I don't know. It's like, yeah, we do.
I think that we should swap that 1% tax for the new House bill that came out where the 1% goes towards infrastructure instead of beautification.
Do you have to switch it out? You can't have both?
You can have both. I don't think people would like to have a 2% city tax,
Oh, I know what I did. Let's see.
but infrastructure would be useful, and this is 120,000. I mean, we could spend it for sure, but we seem to have trouble with infrastructure.
Yeah.
Just
I think we should have both.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
That's gonna be the standard. Towns across the board are doing it. Well, just add, let's not take away what we have.
What was that bill? A House Bill, 1245.
I remember
House
it.
Bill 1245 just came out this last spring.
I just think we should have both.
We gotta start making use of BBB that isn't on request. Like we need it to be less like this organization comes to us for this and that, or that organization. We really do need to have an outlet for it that benefits the town as a whole,
Yeah,
not individual missions, so
Well,
to speak.
yeah.
I mean, okay, you build a town swimming pool, could you fund the maintenance of it with BBB money?
No, I
No.
don't think so. No,
I don't.
it really is about promoting tourism.
1:30. Yeah, it's still.
And
I missed something. I'm off at 1800.
Part of it is,
So
that's gotta be well within the realm,
What?
a park.
Yes, I believe parks would fit into that category, yes.
But the playground equipment idea has to be abandoned, at least down there.
yeah,
That's a
no,
ludicrous idea, put playground equipment down in the desert down there.
no, yeah, we gotta start with a park.
Yeah, but even then, the school's got the playground equipment, the fair's grounds has the playground equipment. School lets them go in there all year round.
I wonder if the fair would be interested in the playground equipment that we have. And it's still gonna-
The stuff that's down.
No,
It's pretty,
Yeah, some
Really?
equipment.
Have you
that's-
gone and looked at
I
it?
looked at it,
Rachel,
you don't think it was.
No,
I mean, we didn't take it to post inspection.
it's a park.
Well, there is, that corner lot down there in Ferguson subdivision that belongs to the town. And I think it would get used way better than that down there. I mean, kids aren't gonna go, parents aren't gonna let their kids go down there by themselves. I wouldn't if I had young children.
No, yeah, down there would be like if somebody wants to host a big event and have it outdoors and have a nice space to do it, that's out off the beaten path, away from the town, like, that's the.
I would,
That's
other than that,
That
like-
sounds like we need a police officer.
I still think it needs to have the, gym equipment, outdoor gym equipment.
Oh. Yeah, like an
Yeah.
obstacle course.
Whatever. Whatever they are, you can buy different pieces, different weight.
Sure does.
So, I mean, that's what I think
A
needs to be
fitness
down there.
center.
Yes.
Mhm.
Where are you talking about?
So we own, a piece of property that we call our park because, this subdivision here. Are these glued to?
Oh, yeah. It's
Okay,
down-
so right here is the subdivision. This here.
Yeah,
So,
Where is that in town?
well, it's just
if you go,
At the bottom of.
over the hill.
we're right here.
Okay.
Good.
Right now, we're sitting right here.
Okay.
And
You're going.
you live here,
Okay.
okay? And so this land up here was bought and supposed to be developed by the first tip we ever had in this town.
Oh, okay.
And it failed. And so it's never been built on, but they had to donate a piece of land for the park because there was enough lots there. So there's this little part right down here that is parkland that is owned then by the town of Hughes. And what is it, an acre,
Break it up.
a couple acres, I don't know, and the little creek goes through it.
That's what we're doing
Okay,
now.
when the creek is running, the road goes down to Frisco, this road goes north here. Yeah, yes, you'll be right down at the end of it.
And on Third Street. I didn't know we had.
Yep.
Well, there's nothing.
There's
else.
nothing there.
It's just paragraph.
Absolutely nothing there yet.
Yeah.
And that came from
I was like,
Oh, that is a problem.
Yeah.
well, because there's no housing
We
development.
broke it into
If
wages,
you got that was all a housing development, like. it's
payroll
like,
tax, and
Then people would be moving around in it.
get rid of the 25.
But you're right, there's no movement now because there's no homes down there.
Basically, there was the 15,000 for professional fees that we're breaking up now.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
the
yeah.
town planners.
so, I talked about what,
Donna's right.
you know,
Donna's right in the fact that if we took that little lot in the Ferguson addition and put some playground equipment there, it would get used.
it was.
There's a ton of kids. There's
Yeah.
one family that has 7 kids and they walk them all the way up to the fairgrounds up there and they got.
Yeah, that one at the ball field was donated by a friend of mine for her daughter. So, and that one,
Yes,
it
it is.
really huge.
Yes, it is.
In fact, I've seen some tourists sitting there having a picnic the other day. I just about stopped and said, you know, it's nice to see tourists take advantage of this. But that was a good idea when they.
Our insurance go up.
Not really.
Liabilities for towns already pretty high. So.
Play on at your risk. It's your own risk.
You
You're
kind
not
of
responsible.
But if we're gonna hire a public works person, that would be nice because they can keep it up,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, I think a shelter, and the gym clip. I think that would be. So it's more for adults. Well, not necessarily, but adults have a tendency to use the gym equipment more than the children do.
Well, it gives adults an opportunity.
Yes.
We want to add that to our plates of things to do this year and increase the BBB.
But you're. Well, that's.
I mean, we could increase it just to have it there in case we're ready to discuss it this year. But sure wouldn't take much. I mean, that ground is at least flat.
I think this is a
Access.
public forum discussion, is what this really is, not a town board discussion. I think this is a public forum discussion.
Well, right now we're just talking about, do we have the budget? So it's there if we want, if the town wants, you know. We could.
What's the relevance of the B and B budget, Harry? Are we locked into it the way we are with the rest of the budgets? We have 100-some thousand sitting in the BBB. How do we access it?
Well, it can only be spent on certain things.
Right, but it's not something that has to be pre-budgeted for, or is it?
We do not have a plan for it today. For
Like
next
we
year.
do with other stuff?
Well, it's a fun, I mean, we do all the other ones, but I guess I don't.
It's
know.
weird, it's a weird thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, you have to have your revenues and expenses for every fund, and that's a separate fund. So to me, you know what revenues are coming in. You have to offset it with your expenses. I mean, I don't know what.
So
you
you
would-
supplement to access the rest of that.
And I don't know if that's considered, because it's not a general fund, it's a specialty fund.
Right.
We've always just,
I mean, you have to have a balanced budget, I just know. If you
Yeah.
have revenues coming into that fund, then you gotta have expenses to balance it.
Right.
So,
But there must be some.
but if you
kind
don't
of-
use it, then it just stays in there.
Right,
I mean, so a budget gives you the authority to spend. So if you don't have anything in there, then you don't have the authority to spend any of that money on anything.
not in the BB&B though.
Well, I think as far as any budgetary I've been to, the reason you do a budget is to give you the authority to spend it, to spend that money. Cause that's what's been built in my head every time I go to budget training. That's why we do the budget supplements before you spend it. Because technically you don't have the authority to spend it if you don't have a budget for that item.
I mean, if that's what you're looking at, you could put in there possible projects for 27 is, the sign, and the park.
Yeah,
Sign,
the logo or a new sign for, and/or.
About painting water tower.
red and white,
Right?
red, white, blue.
Stop.
Why not?
It's already blue. It's already blue.
Red,
We
white,
were
blue.
talking about that, and they were gonna change it, I didn't even know.
Well, that one's blue, that one's big.
Yeah.
It's already blue.
Um,
I think we should increase that a bit so that we can at least have the discussions and possibly get.
So if you're, are you talking spending the money you currently have in that fund?
Yeah,
Okay, cause this is different. I mean, you're doing, these are just guides. These are saying, okay, we're gonna bring in this much money this year, next year, and then we're gonna spend, then we're gonna spend this much. Now, if you currently have money sitting in the fund, you can do what they call, it's not unapplied money. You still have to do a supplement. to
so
spend
we
it.
supplement to burn, okay.
Yeah. But
So no
these
matter
are,
what, this has to balance out.
right, this,
Okay.
So
the
unless.
budget, the
percentage
revenues,
component
expense,
you
and
want,
it's just a guide to say, and it does. But yeah,
That's
you're
what-
talking about what we've already collected,
Burn
and
the nest
sitting
egg,
in there, and yeah. So like when we do a budget supplement, we're basically applying cash, because we didn't budget for it, so, but we got this extra money sitting there, and that's how we're gonna pay for it.
Gotcha.
So if we decided we wanted to take like $50,000 out to do the park, we didn't, there wouldn't be a problem with that.
You would have to do a formal supplement.
it's not a problem.
Yes,
It's
you can
not
do
a
it, yeah,
problem.
you can do it.
Do
It's
something.
just, you have to do, it's an ordinance, a formal.
But I mean, yeah,
Yeah, if you have the money, because that's the other thing, you can have a budget, but if you don't have the money to cover it, then you can't buy it either. You know, just like you said, just as an example he gives, you don't have a budget for it, you can't buy it. And then if you don't have the cash to pay for it, you can't buy it. Yeah, so that's always the example he uses that budget training every year.
Did you figure out where things were getting weird in the? general?
I don't, there was, anyway, I made it work. I put a little extra in, elections, so it's like,
Okay.
We're good? We're good
yeah,
on
so now
general?
we're good. So it matches 495.60. I don't know where I got off.
Okay, let's get out of there. Let's go to
Okay.
water, because it's already
Water. Hold on.
7:30.
So this is the one we have to, since we adjusted, the revenues yesterday, we lowered, we gotta adjust the water and sewer.
Yeah, we took out,
We took out,
Like all-
35,000 in the water, so we've gotta take it out here somewhere. Took out 25,000 in the sewer, so we've gotta. It'd have to be taken out of those funds.
Okay.
well, now,
Money craft expense. Well, we have that. 1,600.
a lot less. For water, 1,600 times 12. Take it off, right?
I'm sorry.
No, you keep it.
19,200.
Oh, so not, okay.
So that's not it, okay?
Professional fees, that would be like if we had, right now we're using that like for the engineer. The water engineering.
I
We
would
burned 83 grand.
I think we could
Holy
take
crap.
chemical and testing.
Um,
Where, I think we could,
Chemical and testing expense
Take-
is bolted into that contract expense. So,
it
So we
seems
still have to
like,
pay for it.
Yeah, we have to pay.
Yeah.
chemicals and testing.
Yeah,
okay.
remember he said yesterday, he
Oh,
just
we
wanted-
pay the lab
we
directly,
pay the
we
lab
pay-
directly, he just makes sure that we have on hand what we need.
The lab
We
and
pay
the
Hawkins,
and the
yeah.
Hawkins, yeah.
But we've never gotten up to 4,000. Oh, but this year we're on track to get up to 4,000.
And I think
there's-
that's because we did a lot more testing this year.
And they're going to do more testing than has been done in the past.
Right.
So we spent $43,399.35 already this year on supplies and material.
We have $24,000 in media that doesn't serve a purpose right now.
It will. We gotta get that radium taken care of.
Oh, he said he usually treats with salt, right? Instead of that,
Salt,
did we say? Iridium?
Well, a professional
Oh, yeah.
EEG.
I would-
I mean, we could adjust the water meters and do that. They did say we could do that in stages. I mean, I was putting in there to get new water meters. We wouldn't have to purchase them all next year. I mean, if we wanted to break that up, we could, because I put 90.
absolutely.
So,
Yeah, if we can not do it all at once.
yeah.
Because
We
that's
could-
been
we
in the
could-
budget every year.
Yeah, we could take
and
the
it's never
35 out of
spent.
there, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, do
Probably
that.
the easiest way.
Yeah, let's
So,
do that.
The water meters.
Absolutely.
so make it,
We wouldn't want to do it all at once anyway.
right.
Well, you can't do it all at once.
Right.
That's the big thing.
Yeah,
You can't. I've been told it will take up to 3 years to get this project done.
that's true.
So,
I think the first step would be, well, really, if we want to do the central receiving, buy that. Start with that, the receiver, the data receiver.
Sure.
I don't know if we talked about it the other night, but they already actively do monitor, in some of their systems that they're operating, they have it set up so it's streaming data. So it's not like every once in a while it gets read, it's continuously streaming. So if somebody's house is running 30
so
gallons a
that's what
minute,
they all have.
they're away at Thanksgiving, they get an alarm. Oh, hey, get hold of the homeowner, they got a leak.
That's what Black Hills Electric has. And I use it on my phone all the time.
Yeah.
Keep track of where I'm at.
Yeah, so, but you have to have the central receiving station, you know, not where we are going around and reading it
Mhm.
from a vehicle. Because like that's the in-between is you essentially have a receiver that's with you in a vehicle and you just drive around and collect stuff.
Mm. This is,
So- The water meters is, equipment expense.
water meters.
Way down 10 up from the bottom.
Yeah, 43,400.
I never really dug into the meter systems. That's
What
one
about that?
thing I never really
Sheet,
researched much, but
She's got a different copy.
that's worth more research. What
It'll
the
be
options
nice
are out there.
to have. Especially in the winter time.
So where it says 90,000.
And Alan say.
Oh.
Like that.
But yeah, but this is kind of the same company that's been looked at for years. I want to see all the options. This one, technology has grown so much in the past few years. They may have a very, very lucrative competitor that we're not aware of, so. We'll do that. All right, so that covers the water.
We went through everyone? You're okay with?
I think the rest of it is kind of just,
No, I was
We took off 3,500 off, didn't I?
35,000,
under these, yeah, 35,000.
Oh, 35,000.
Yeah.
so 55,000.
55,000. And I will say down under the reserves, and I went back and looked, and we've never really used this, we've kind of budgeted that. That's like if you decide you want to buy a piece of equipment, and you want to set aside X amount of dollars every year, and then you have to do like a resolution and actually move that money and actually spend it and put it in on a pot.
So we can actually
We
bank
can't
money
do that, yeah,
in the enterprise fund.
yeah,
And it's just never been done before.
yeah, it's, we budgeted for it different times, and I was just like, call my friend in Somerset, and so she
There's
gave me a.
5 different ones. Is there a reason there's 5 different?
I just put them in there, we could just put it all in one. I don't know why there's so many different. Cause it's reserves, it's just,
Yeah, I don't
I
know
would
whether it'd be
just
something.
put it all in that first one, maybe.
Yeah,
So it's $4,000.
So what you're kind of telling me though, is that since this water meters thing has been kicking budget year after year after year down the budget, that could have been getting pushed into a reserves
Absolutely. We could have set it aside
and
and then had the money.
to pay for them.
But did we have the extra? I mean,
Is there a limit on that, like
We-
there is on the contingency?
is that, I don't know, I have checked, but
That's, I
it
think,
kind of depends on what you're gonna buy. When you, like, they say you're gonna buy a piece of equipment, you're gonna, over the next 5 years, you're gonna set aside X amount of dollars to pay for that in that 5th year. And then,
Hence the 5 reserves, so that you could keep them kind of separated.
Yes.
oh,
that's,
so it's
that's
almost
probably
like,
if you wanna do different things, I think.
Right.
Cause you have to do this every year, but then you have to take it out of the expense and put it. And you have
into
to
that, whatever it
into
is.
that reserve fund somewhere, so, and it's just been, we haven't done anything with it, it's been kind of budgeted, but not actually.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I have an example of kind of how to do that, so.
So what you're saying is we probably shouldn't even have 55,000 in that water meters thing. We should
No.
probably have more of that going to reserve.
Stop it. No. If it's not there, then we,
Well, if it's gonna take several years to put this together,
Well,
yeah, but we don't know how.
we don't know that yet. If you're thinking about a different system or a different program, you know, that maybe it'll, you say there's been a lot of changes, a lot of improvements over the years, so maybe it won't take that long. I don't know. That was the last 2 years ago.
Don't we have like 3 different types of meters?
Yes.
Too? I mean, the first thing would be to kind of get them all the same, is when I talked to that guy, get all the ones that have the touchpad on them. So you change those out first. I think that's what he was kind of telling me.
and that's
And
pretty
then-
much day one task for our public works employees to go and physically put his hands and eyes on every single meter in town. Write down every single serial number. And
Oh, yeah.
no
'cause we
no
talked
more of this,
about
we think
that.
what, we
Yeah.
think we know what we have, but
Exactly. All right.
yeah. It's gotta be fun. Okay,
Sewer. Oh, gosh.
So now we have to,
Oh, PW.
let's take 25,000 up.
Uh-huh.
Out.
Take it out of the
Because we
wage.
reduced our revenue yesterday.
I mean, we can take it out.
We need 25,000.
Now.
realistically, the sewer wage for our public works person is gonna be extraordinarily trivial. Lagoons don't need, they don't need
That's, I mean,
active.
we could take this we could take it down 4,000.
How much do we have to drop sewer by?
25, we could take it as. I think we just put that there because that's what I had left over.
You're right, we could take it
We could
right
take it
out
out
of
there.
the equipment.
What, what's this new SRF? Oh, what?
That's,
That's the new one. that you
Yeah.
have.
no, this is sewer, so that's our clean water SRF loan that we closed on earlier this year.
Oh, yeah.
So the other one, the drinking water that we're thinking about will come out of the water fund. And we
You
didn't
sell the
put
treatment
anything in
plant.
there, but it'll be
Sorry,
a wash.
should I said that out loud? You just sell that treatment plant.
42 minus 25.
So, are we,
Well, we'll get it running first, so it's actually useful. We're
44.
not gonna do the same thing that was done to us.
We'll make
So
that
it's actually
44,
this and that.
452,
44,
452.
perfect.
What are you talking, what's 44?
The,
The equipment expense,
Yeah.
the one you. Yeah.
44,
452.
yes.
Wait a minute, we got, yeah, 211,600, yep, so that's what our revenue is.
That balances us.
Yes.
Awesome.
So it leaves a 1.187850.
Yeah.
So we actually lowered it from this year's 1.3. We lowered it.
Yeah. And there's reserves down there too, huh?
And we got a contingency.
Yeah.
So we lowered it by 168,000.
Sweet. George, done?
I think we did.
We did a good job.
And we motion to quit.
And we don't need to learn more.
So, we will need to look through it quick, when you get them
I have
fixed.
to do the ordinance.
Yes.
Yeah, so I will,
And that's the
Got it.
first week in September we approved it, the first meeting in September we approved.
First day, we have to have it by September first.
no, it said the first meeting or at least 10 days thereafter. And our meeting is on the first,
Okay.
September 1st, so. On or before. the first day,
So
First
set up to
meeting.
do the approval on the,
On September 1st.
sweet.
But I'll send these out to you guys tomorrow and I'll make sure I go through them and make sure they're correct and that.
This is way more fun
Okay,
than
tomorrow.
my touching.
Well, I
At
gotta,
work or at home?
At home.
well, I gotta do packaging stuff. I may not get them out to you tomorrow because I gotta. I got 2 meetings next week. So.
You can,
But in two-
if you don't get them out until mid next week, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't get enough copies, so.
What are you smiling at me for?
Yeah.
Oh, elected officials guide.
Can you find a
Elected-
steak?
A pickle.
Oh.
This is a very
Oh,
technical publication.
I didn't notice it either.
So are we officially done talking about the budget?
So, you complain about, I'm just throwing this at you because I can't help it. Our little newsletter making a mistake. Even on this realm, they make mistakes, honey.
Yeah, but I don't think they were trying to sabotage anybody's reputation when they.
Won't argue that point. Won't argue that point. I don't know that, I don't believe that the writer and the person that does all the work is trying to sabotage it.
I don't think so.
She is just not that kind of person.
She's not that. And anyway,
We
I
digress.
make a motion that we.
Hold on, that's not the, we got stuff. So for example, closing comments from the public.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Would any of the public like to talk about what they witnessed tonight?
You got.
Doesn't matter, it's public.
Okay, so you're who's up here? How about at the park, you make a little dog park? And yes, we do need a dog. That would be great. I don't see any dogs in Hermosa. Well, never seen a dog walking on the street. Sleep there.
You gotta wait till 3 a.m.
Oh,
You'll hear-
we don't want to talk about dogs, parking dogs. Let them go down there and run in the dog park, and get all their energy out.
That's a great idea.
Every town has a.
We should build the dog park at the Tower Hill so that they'll feed all the prairie dogs while they're up there.
That sounds gross.
Okay?
I don't know, dog parks are, I mean, I've been in them all over the country. And the best ones I've ever been in were in Denver, Colorado, or one of the suburbs, I don't know. Phoenix, Arizona, they're wonderful there too. And then I've been in little ones, little towns in Iowa where all it is a fence. And, a doggy bag holder, and a garbage can, and that was it, but they were fairly big. The little ones aren't worth having. I don't think.
So is there still that dog park out at the mall, or out at Uptown? They had that dog park.
They had
They only really make sense when they're near something,
Well, it was up there by.
near a shopping location or a rest stop or,
Yeah.
like going out to the middle of nowhere to a dog park's a weird thing.
Wouldn't the campers at Heartland take advantage of it?
They have a dog park at
Well,
Heartland.
they do.
A big one too, yeah.
West Rapid has a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember what it is since I'm not from here.
44.
Canyon Lake Drive.
Canyon Lake Drive past Canyon Lake, where the fishery is.
Yeah, past the fishery.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good sign.
But it's not missed.
Right.
Okay,
Well, there was another comment. We didn't hear what you had to say.
Oh, I just said it's confusing.
Yeah,
Can I keep up with you?
and that's same up here too.
yeah.
Figure out what's going on, where it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, once Terry plugs in the new numbers and stuff, then it'll be.
Yeah, there'll be an updated copy
Yes.
for us, won't there? Okay.
Then it'll be way easier to figure out.
I guess the cliff notes on this one is law enforcement is basically just enough to cover dispatch this year. We had attorney and town planner, or no, engineer and town planner that were very heavy hitters on our general fund. And water and sewer. So without them, everything else kind of got inflated. And this is the big thing, is this is the first year where we have now contingency of almost $50,000, where if something goes wrong during the year, we can use that instead of having to do a complicated supplement ordinance.
So Terry, I know you mentioned that the, Custer County and Custer City were trying to go over their law enforcement. Have we heard anything yet about that? I just keep wondering what they're gonna come to us with. And that is what I expect, is for them to come knocking on our door, wanting to be a part of our agenda. And they're gonna want something for law enforcement is what I think is gonna happen.
Well, I think that if they do a contract with Custer City and and there's a negative impact on our coverage, then that's gonna be something that we're gonna have to address.
We
If
absolutely.
they're gonna get a contract with Custer, it's because they're adding additional employees, growing their force to be able to support it, not because they're pulling people back away from Hermosa like it was before, to where they had everybody cooped up in Custer. Right?
Look, they'll probably try to do.
And we'll let them know that that's not okay. We need to become Hermosa County in order to deal with it, and so be it.
That's been talked about so many times.
Hermosa County, well, if they poke the bear of law enforcement one more time, maybe that'll be the push we need.
Well, you know, in the
Because the tax base
ranchers,
comes from this side
down
of the state,
east,
or this side of the county.
they never see it, sure, never.
Right.
We would actually build one because they said they'll never build one here.
You know, we build one way.
Reclaimed our tax base,
I thought they were.
the Hermosa Board of Education, the Hermosa School District, the Hermosa County Sheriff's Department,
Weren't they planning
All
on
of a sudden,
building
yeah,
a high
just-
school here
Redheaded
Yeah.
Stitches.
And we're planning on building a high school here.
at 79 and 4?
I mean, it's been talked about. Well, it takes time. It takes a lot of time for them to make
How
that.
far are they on that ambulance thing?
They're meeting downstairs right now.
They're meeting, yeah, right now, like exactly right now, they're downstairs.
And it's, well, but it's, they have to do with getting their board formulated, because it's hard to. And she said they had 5 people put in to be on the board, and that's how.
Well, that's good.
So they don't do an election, they just
So they won't have
automatically
elected
sit.
because they got just the right amount. for the-
Yeah, and the town's gonna have to keep a very close eye on that.
And
So make sure.
what has the latest library meeting told us?
Oh, we have one next Tuesday, so,
Let's see.
but, yeah. We don't have any real updates. I don't think that we do. We talked about what the buildings should look like, what's reasonable. You know, it started out 4 times the size it is now, and now it's only double, I think, or maybe it's triple. So we've got a new plan for the building. We're still talking about location. There's a lot of things that are sort of,
Still talking about this here.
Speaking of
yeah.
private George, should
I mean,
there,
most everybody seems to be good with, what the county is offering. But it's still a conversation. And at what point do we go to the county to present what we have?
You know, there are
That
grants,
kind of started that.
there are grants that the town can get that could build a library that the county cannot. So if it was a town-owned and operated library on town-owned real estate, that we could build it for almost nothing.
Can't maintain it for nothing. Libraries are expensive. They really are.
That's why you would want a portion of it that was leasable, say, to the federal government for the new Hermosa post office. Because they desperately need a post office,
Oh, yeah, we need a much bigger one.
much bigger. You bolt that to the library and you build it on a grant and you lease it, and then your post office rent pays your library expenses in the next.
But it doesn't. I mean, what they pay is nothing. They pay less than what normal business would pay for that building.
Normal business would pay for that building?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean a building that's actually substantial and sufficient for.
Yep, they won't do it. The post office won't do it, is what I'm
Won't do
telling
what?
you. They won't build a building.
No, they don't need to build it.
They won't agree with expanding it. They won't agree with anything.
If my landlord came to me and said, you need to pay for the addition on the property that I'm renting to you, I'd say no, and that's what they do. That's why you don't say the post office needs to pay for the expansion. That's ludicrous. Town just
The
needs to build the
leaser
building
that
they
needs
need.
to build onto it and then add it onto their lease.
Exactly.
But the post office doesn't want to pay any more money.
Well, but they don't, I mean, if they're forced to, they're gonna have to.
No, and look for another place like they did before. They ended up not getting one, but
That's why we need to build one, so that they have one waiting for them.
yeah, but my point is they don't pay enough to make it worth the while.
So that must start. Anyway, we're way off. We're still in closing comments from public. I guess we were all citizens there for the past month.
Yes.
Trustee input, trustee Ferguson.
I think it went very, very good. We accomplished a lot in the 2 nights that we needed. And we don't have to stretch it out any further. I think it went smooth.
Trustee Kramer.
I'm good. I think everybody voiced their opinions. I love that. I love hearing thought processes from everybody. It helps make decisions. Thank everybody. Thank you all.
Good, trustee McKeon.
I have another commitment on Monday, and I will not be able to attend the Preston meeting. And I'm upset about that, but these things happen sometimes. And I trust the board will have good conversation and then it will go well. And I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm sorry I won't be here.
Very good. Yeah, I think it'll be. We've done it so many times.
You know, you don't know what's gonna come, but
Alrighty, trustee Millie.
It went smoothly. I'd like to see the extra money, the air job here, funner.
Yeah.
It was good.
Very good. Yeah, no, I think this is was good. I want to thank Terry for finding out the new options we have this
Wonderful.
and, helping us, making it a lot easier, really. Kind of had it on a silver platter for us and we just pretended to know what we talked about there.
Good finance officer.
yeah.
Very good finance officer. Alrighty,
You have a meeting Monday?
Monday is a special meeting.
Special meeting, is that?
With the Prestons and
The Preston? Okay.
And after will be the discussion on our public works, plan for a public works employee.
Yeah, there's 2 things on the agenda, Preston's and Public Works. And then Tuesday is our regular meeting, so we'll have 2 meetings next week.
Okay.
Alrighty,
Already started a list of things that It's a job performance for your public works person.
Yeah.
That sounds, I mean, just listening tonight, I'm like, that person is going to have a huge amount of responsibility.
They're gonna be an angel.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
We'll have to pay them.
Yeah, but can't, we have to pay them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Alrighty, I guess, I do not believe we need the executive session tonight unless anybody else can think of one. Then I will entertain,
This meeting be adjourned at 7:54. 7:54.
that motion made, do we have a second? Motion seconded, all those, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.
Yeah.